Guys, good morning. My name is Vilan Aisyah MP from Kelas BKI. So, in this video, I will tell about the good and bad side of social media to students. Let's just talk about my opinion about the journal that I took. So I think this journal from the Faculty of Social and Political Science from Erlangga University Surabaya is suitable from the topic. That will be discussed about the good and bad side of social media for students. Because in the journal, there are expert opinions regarding the negative and positive impacts of social media for students, and the author conducted case study to several students. And the positive impact of social media, such as the opinion of Soliha 2015, social media also plays a role in the continuity of students, and student is seeking information, news, education, insight, and long-distance contacts. People who use social media are now free to communicate and share information, any news with each other without thinking of, of obstacles such as cost, distance, and time. And the negative impacts of social media, such as the opinion of Putri 2016, many teenagers today tend to play social media without realizing that there will be no more social interaction between them if they are enslaved continuously by social media. Adolescents who have recently become hyperactive in cyberspace on social media tend to show off of their daily lifestyle that does not want to talk out that of scurvy. And that is part of the opinion the expert that I took. Next, I will discuss why I agree with the author. From the journal, I totally agree with the author. Certainly, students cannot be separate from social media. Each student can have multiple social media accounts. Social media itself is one of the primary needs of students, but social media has a significant impact. The purpose of this study is that research want to see the positive and negative impacts of social media on user social interaction. One of the positive effects of social media is that students get the less information more easily. Meanwhile, one of the negative impact is that students become addicted to using social media not to interact with their environment. So, social media positively and negatively affects the students. And the last construction from this video is the author construction the based on the result of the study, the influence of social media on students. Social interaction is quite significant, but positive and negative. Social media make it easy for students, especially students, to find information and make it easier to communicate. Social media can also hinder social interaction between students. The obstacle in the social interaction is that most students do not see the situation and condition in using social media. Most of them are more focused on their social media than the live social interaction that are happening in front of them. Based on this research, students should be able to have attitudes that are better able to control. The intensity of playing social media and priority direct social interaction rather than using social media. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alizar Pratikto from Class BKI 2D. My opinion about good and bad side social media for students is positive. With social media, we are more up to date with national and international news. Currently, there are also many social actions that are being carried out through social media, such as raising funds for disaster victims, and this is very helpful for victims because assistance can be obtained faster and distributed to them. Negative. There is so much that we can explore on social media at the same time that it makes us lose track of time. Social media can also make us consume with hoax news if we receive the news without seeking the truth from a trusted source. I really agree with the journal that we choose because in this journal, the author really explained the good and bad side of social media for students. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Lusiana Imroatul Haq. I'm from Islamic Guidance and Counseling to the class. Here, I will review international journals written by Anna Yohana, Department of Anthropology, Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Airlangga Surabaya, by the title The Influence of Social Media on Social Interaction Among Students. Social media in this era of globalization is viral among teenagers in Indonesia. Nowadays, social media is an obligation that teenagers think they must have and have an influence on the life of today's generation. Social media also plays a role in the continuity of students in seeking information, news, education, insight, and long-distance contact. People who use social media are now free to communicate and send information, any news with each other without thinking of obstacles such as cost, distance, and time. Soliha 2015. The impact arising from this social disturbance is not only a positive impact that affect the community, but even adults can are also affected. This insight shows that the virtual world that very influential. Many teenagers today tend to play social media without realizing that there will be no more social interaction between them if they are enslaved continuously by social media. Phenomenon so that students have unconsciously faced social media with influence that can hinder social interaction. Based on this, researchers are interested in researching social media's influence on social interaction and this impact on students. And then is method. This study uses qualitative research method. Research conducted interview with 14 informants, with 7 male informants and 7 female informants on December 4, 2018. It's about the question that researchers asked to informants. Number 1, do you play social media? If so, what social media do you play on the most? Number 2, what are the positive and negative impact of social media on you? Number 3, in your opinion, what are the effects of social media on the sustainability of social interaction between students? And number 4, what the attitude should be taken in fixing the swift flow of social media today? Based on the above interview results, male and female informants from the communication science department indicated that they frequently access their social media, for example, Line, Twitter, Instagram, and others. Apart from students from the communication science department, 12 students from the department also use social media daily. The result of the interview above show that both men and women also use social media. According to male informants, social media has an impact on its users. This impact are in the from the positive impact as well as negative impact. One of them, positive, smooth communication, recreation, negative, waste of productive time. Interview with male student from the anthropology department. Conclusion. Based on the research result, social media's influence on student social interaction is quite significant. Both positive and negative, social media make it easy for students. And my opinion, I think social media will have a positive impact if used properly and vice versa.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Annisa Salma B dengan NIM 21122150. My opinion about good or bad social media for students is positive as a means of entertainment and information because it has wide coverage and can find out all information inside and outside the country. Negative, forgetting time because it's too cool to play. I really agree with the journal that because in this journal the really explain the good and bad side of social media for students. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Annisa Zahidah from 2nd BKI. In this video, I will tell you both good and bad side of social media to students. Let's just talk about my opinion about the journal that I took. I think if the journal written by Anna Yohana, who is a student of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Airlangga Surabaya, contains about the effect of social media. This is seen from the negative and positive effect. Based on the interview result, it can be seen that social media has both positive and negative impact on female and male students. The positive impact that students feel when they use social media is that social media helps them find out the latest information and quickly get the latest knowledge, communicate with other people more smoothly, and give them pleasure when they are in their spare time. Although it has many positive impact on user, the male and female informants above also mention the negative impact of social media. For the example, it keeps people close, wasting time, forgetting to pray, and become a gathering place for radicalism to terrorism. This part of the opinion of the expert that I took. Next, I will discuss why I agree with the author. I agree with the writer's assessment. Social media itself is one of students' primary needs, but social media has a significant impact. Based on the exciting theory, social media can expand the network of relationship, increase knowledge, and open minds about social. In education, social media also has a negative impact, such as internet addiction, cyberbullying, and many more. The right attitude in dealing with the current flow of social media, among others, must be able to control and playback of social media and distinguish what is a priority and what is not a priority. And the last conclusion from this video is, based on the research results, social media's influence on student social interaction is quite significant, but positive and negative. Social media makes it easy for students, especially physics students, to find information and make it easier to communicate. Social media can also hinder social interaction between FISIP universitas and Erlangga students. The obstruction of the social interaction is that most of students do not see the situation and condition in using social media. Most of them focus more on their social media than on the direct social interaction that are happening in front of them. Based on this research, FISIP Universitas Erlangga students should be able to have an attitude that is more able to control the intensity of playing social media and prioritize direct social interaction rather than using social media. I think it's enough. Sorry if I have many mistakes. I hope my video can help you about social media, about positive and negative impact of social media. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.